Hi everyone, for today's review we'll be looking at 3A's MDLX line, and this is a smaller scale than the first line of Transformers. And this scale mostly with the pretty much the mainline Transformer series. They may be a little bit bigger, like this Megatron. He scales along with the Voyager liter size figures here and there. So this great opportunity, if you want to pick it up, have it like a Cybertron, Megatron. And also these Transformers don't transform, so yeah, they're just pretty much just in the robot mode, and you can get a lot of articulation in there without worrying, about the cable or anything else. If you're not into that, then this probably is not for you. But as you can see, I mean, the box, is just with a picture of Megatron in there. So then on the back of it as well, you can see some of the detail. The detail is kind of hard to see, I guess, how they rendered that image, sort of like old school Photoshop. It's just all over the place, as you can see with the artwork and all the pictures. And this figure runs around 130 to, depending where you're getting from, 130 plus shipping or taxes. So yeah, it's not really a big mass market item, so that's probably why it's considered an import too, so you got to take that into consideration. But let me take the figure out of the packaging. And here's a closer look at the figure and all the accessories. As you can see, pretty much is just the figure itself with its cannon, extra hand, so no even smaller Megatron gun or anything like that we're accustomed to, or any laser swords or anything. And before I forget, here he is standing next to World for Cybertron. I think Impactor. I think he's a deluxe figure. So as I mentioned before, he's on the borderline. Voyager liter size figure, especially now how Hasbro sometimes considers now a Voyager a liter figure. So it's up to you if you prefer this look, especially for like a Cybertron version of Megatron in your collection. I think it fits pretty well in your mainline collection if you want them to be that version of Megatron. Now let me take a closer look at the figure. And as you can see, this is where the pretty much the 3A figure shine. It's the figure is painted 100%, so it's not bare plastic. Everything that you're looking at is paint. So, and it's they do a really well job on the paint, so it has a little bit of like battle damage in some areas, like on the knees here, some on the shins. You can kind of see the silver sticking out. So one of the advantages, of not having an alt mode is that the figure is loaded with articulation. As you can tell, the shoulders move up. It also has sort of like a butterfly joints. So you can see oh, I'm gonna break it already. There we go. So yeah, that's another thing. You gotta be careful with this figure. So, but yeah, look how much articulation is just in the shoulder alone. As for the head, the head is on a ball joint. So it's connected over here on the bottom and on the top. So and it's for the figure, I think the sculpt looks really great. I think my least favorite part of the figure is just the sculpted human face. I wish they would have done something more robotic to the face. give it more of a futuristic look. But I guess, you know, it goes with the standard G1 figure. I think he had more of a humanoid face as well, so maybe they were trying to capture that, update it a little bit. But yeah, overall, nice sculpt in there. As for the chest, let's see. I thought he had an up. Oh yeah, he does have an ab crunch. You know, midsection articulation. I'm trying to see if he rotates he should be able to rotate at the hips. Let's see. Yes, he does. So the thing is, like, you just gotta be careful with his armor and everything. Probably, you know, paint will be scraped off. So that's one of the things you gotta be aware of with this figure. It's like, you gotta be careful how you're posing him, how the parts are rubbing off. And you know, each skirt armor is has individual articulation. And here's the leg articulation. Let me see if it hopefully is visible under the camera. So standard articulation that we've seen, especially if you're familiar with like Gundam figures. So it's like it has rotation, you know, right there directly to get extra poses. Upper thigh articulation. You should have double knee joint articulation as well. So see, there you go. So it looks like he does. So just depends where you're getting that rotation. If it's like on the upper thigh, and then you're able to move this shin guard or this knee guard back and forth a little bit. But yeah, I mean, look at that knee articulation, better than, you know, a standard figure. And he does also have, you know, ankle articulation. It's hard to tell how many points of articulation he has at the foot, you know. I don't think he has toe articulation. Oh yes, he does. So as you can see, toe articulation as well. And even the armor moves a little bit too as well. Now as for accessories, he does come with the rifle attachment that goes on his back. Let's see, so it connects here. I think you can connect it on either side. So that goes there. And then his arm cannon comes in 2 pieces. So let's see. There we go. So you just gotta follow that connection. Just see over here this little silver lining, and that's how you connect it with the gun. It has sculpted areas to go with it. And I think, let me see. So right there is the connection for the cannon, and I thought you will be able to connect it on either arm, but you don't. So it goes on his right arm. Yeah, I'm trying not to scrape the figure and then look at the camera as well. Should be this way. Let's see. I think it goes like that. I don't want to push it too hard. Maybe it wasn't molded in correctly. And And one thing I forgot to show is like he does have double elbow articulation too as well. So he's able to be in this pose. Yes, for accessories, this is what the figure comes with. The additional accessories are extra hands. Let me get them out right now. Let me get some. So he does come with a pointing hand. So let's see. So there's the connection for the hand. It's like a ball and socket on each side, so that's great. One single connection, unlike the figure art. So, but with the sculpting design, is really the joint, the peg connection moves around. Okay. Yeah, you may have to warm up the hands, especially right now. The weather is also a bit cold out here. It's like 30 degrees. But there we go. There's a pointing hand. So you're able to get a lot of poses from there, you know, like an open fist hand. So I'm wondering what that is for. Let me look at the instructions, because it doesn't come with anything else to hold on to. So unless, you know, maybe like another figure is gonna have like other accessories that I guess you can attach to his hand. But yeah, I'm surprised this one is open palm hand. So and then he comes with two like hands that are clawing. But yeah, I don't want to switch it, but due to how tight the connection is, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that it doesn't come with additional faces that you can switch on and off. So maybe that's something that Threezero can work on, especially for the price on the figure. But yeah, as mentioned, you know, if you want a well-painted figure in your collection, maybe to resemble, you know, like a Cybertron version of Megatron, I think this figure does a really well job at capturing that look. You know, it's not the old school G1, but it's an updated G1, so I think it fits well in, you know, the Cybertronian look. And I'm not sure if he's already supposed to have like an alt mode. It's hard to tell as well. He kind of does, based on this design, you know, of the leg, that he's already has, you know, the gun alt mode. But other than that, nothing else gives it away, you know, that he transforms into a gun or, you know, a tank or whatever alt mode, let's say, this figure is supposed to have. But let me know, what are your thoughts on this figure? You know, are you a fan of this this line for 3A? You know, do you think they're a little bit overpriced? Do they need to include more accessories? Let me know in the comment section. And once again, you know, I appreciate you for watching. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe.